Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another fun episode of Good Vibes Only Business YouTube. Today we'll be talking about, July 2022 profit and loss for 2017 Chevy Volt. I can't believe it's August already. It's crazy. I feel like this year is flying by. Hopefully, y'all have had a great year and a great summer. Definitely looking forward to an Italy trip soon myself. If anybody has been to Italy, specifically the Amalfi Coast area, definitely looking forward to that trip. If you guys have suggestions or things to check out, I'd be happy to kind of learn some of those things from people that have been there before. So we'll get right back into it. Profit and loss for 2017 Chevy Volt. How I have set this up is just kind of taking a look at what is every expense that comes in and every possible revenue source. So any potential Turo hosts out there that want to add a similar car to their fleet, or possibly start their whole Turo experience with a car similar to this, to kind of get an idea of what the actual numbers might look like. I know that's a really big hitter item for kind of newer hosts too, is okay, it seems like I'm interested in kind of starting Turo hosting. What car should I choose? So this particular car, I usually average it at $55 a day. When you're hosting on the Turo platform, Turo will give you an estimated price that they think that the car will rent for. With the Volt, they recommend $70 a day. In my experience of doing this for about a year now, I don't see that it rents at that price. I don't know if maybe I need to change neighborhoods. Perhaps I'm too far away from Westlake or where the Kardashians live. Perhaps I should move. One thing that has been a big time saver for me and helped with kind of the cost of employment costs, I want to kind of keep that in mind too, is the automated messaging. So instead of like constantly having to watch my phone and being aware of people's check-in and check-out times, the automated messaging has really made the check-in process smooth for people. I do still have the $120 LAX delivery fee. I also added several different locations, popular hotels, other airports in the area, things like that. Definitely would recommend maxing out the delivery options that you have as a host. You don't have to choose one. I think it gives you a maximum of 5 or 6. So you definitely want to maximize those to try to capture as many potential guests as you can. So this is a screenshot of the July 2022 revenue. So you'll see I kind of did some custom math. Hopefully the font is big enough to see on the screen. Total revenue, $1,252 for the month of July. Now keep in mind, as a host, you have a lot of control over your revenue number. What I mean by that is, first of all, that daily rate, like you remember from the previous screen, the $55 a day. But you also have the protection plan. So let's say you trust your guests and you have a lot of experience kind of making sure that you set up your car to not be damaged. It's still a risk. We all get that. Let's say you want to take more risk and get more profit. So something called a 90 plan where you get 90% of the profit. I personally choose the 75 plan because the deductible is only $250. So could this revenue number be higher with the same amount of trips booked? Sure, if I chose the 90 plan. It's not a level of risk I'm currently comfortable with. Maybe as my Turo host experience grows, maybe I'll revisit that in the future. But yeah, for the month of July, looking at actual numbers, so you guys can do some actual kind of evaluation for your own fleet. My actual numbers for revenue, $1,252 for July. So, expenses. Again, I hope the font is big enough for y'all to see all the expenses listed here. In a previous video about expenses for vehicles, I chose Metromile for the Escape. This is the last one I did a video like this on. And Metromile was considerably more affordable for the Escape, whereas Progressive is more affordable, believe it or not, than Metromile is for the Volt. I don't know if that's because of the hybrid battery or who knows what the deal is. But the gross value of the Escape before it got totaled was around $18,000. Gross value of this car is around $28,000, so that probably has a big factor in the insurance rate as well. The wash pass is something that I do with all of my vehicles in the fleet. I find that I wash the cars enough that it financially makes sense to just pay for the monthly rate rather than kind of doing it like piecemeal time after time. I always do at least an hour of labor, even though with the automated messaging, it is taking me way less than an hour nowadays per month to kind of manage this. The car washing and the driving, sure, that's part of it, but I also kind of include that in the delivery fee too. So I don't know, it all balances out, in my opinion. So what we're looking at here, car payment, all expenses, lifts to and from the airport, all that kind of stuff. We're looking at expenses of around $817 for July. So just kind of doing some math, we're looking at a profit number of $435. Keep in mind too, that monthly profit might go down as summer travel slows. It might stay the same or increase because the Volt is a hybrid and gets amazing gas mileage. So if we keep seeing gas prices at $97 trillion a gallon, then we will continue to see the Volt get booked pretty popularly. This particular month, I was able to personally drive the vehicle 9 days of the month, which I always like because my other options right now are kind of gas guzzlers. It was booked 22 out of 31 days in the month of July. In this particular month, no new damage, no tolls or tickets. I put so far because when I put this PowerPoint together, it was still July. We did escape July with no tickets so far. We haven't seen anything be mailed yet. So if we were to take that for a yearly basis there, we're looking at a profit of $5,220. Now let's say that the car gets a little bit more busy, or let's say that there's damage and I have to take the car out of being rented for a while. That number can change, I get that. But the car's going to basically pay for itself in around 4 years. And I'm driving it for free 9 days a month if we use just these numbers. So that's why I was so excited to see the profitability of the Turo platform. It's because usually besides rent or housing, transportation is going to be someone's biggest expense. So if I'm able to kind of transport myself for more or less free, it's definitely something that I'm excited about. And that's another big reason too why I created this channel, is to kind of encourage people to see past the fear of starting a business, especially a Turo one. There's always risk with starting businesses or new investments, whatever the case might be in life. But do your homework and see if it's something that might make sense for you. These videos I created for new or existing Turo hosts to try to create a community around expanding our knowledge and trying to provide an amazing experience for our Turo guests. If this video is something that you saw some value in, I hope that you click the like button. It does make a big difference for me as a Turo host and a YouTube creator. If you have a chance to comment on this video, something that you did find valuable or something that you'd like to see in the next video, I always read and respond to all comments. I think anybody that can see my previous videos can see that as well. And I look forward to putting the next video together probably next week. And have a great week, and talk to you guys soon.